Dear friend, today is the third Sunday of Advent, year C. It is also called Gaudete Sunday, Sunday of Joy. We are called to rejoice because we are halfway through the season of Advent and the Lord is near. And there was this pastor who used to advise his church members to always rejoice when they are in pain. And always he preaches this gospel of joy anytime church member is bereaved. So one day he lost his wife. The wife died and he was so much in tears. He was crying here and there, and one of the church members got closer to him and told him, "Pastor, but you always tell us to rejoice. Rejoice because your wife is with the Lord." And he became upset. And it's like, you know what we are talking about here? We're talking about my wife. My wife is gone, he's dead. And he said, "Yes, but you always tell us to rejoice. Even in pain, the church is telling you to rejoice because the Lord is Emmanuel. He is always with you, even in your painful moment, in the storm. He is there." The first reading of today, the prophet Zephaniah, who lived at the time of King Josiah. At the time King Josiah was trying to reform Judaism, that is 600 years before the birth of Christ. He prophesied, and his prophecy can be divided into 4 parts, among which we have the first reading of today, which is on hope. Actually, today's prophecy is meant for those in captivity who are going through pain. And he was trying to tell them to rejoice even in their suffering. They were in the peak of their struggle. And he gave 3 reasons why they should rejoice. The first one, because their sins are forgiven. The second one, because God is with them. And the third one is that God will deliver them from evil. Finally, they were assured of God's love and peace. In the second reading, St. Paul called on Philippians 2, "Rejoice in the Lord always." Remember, at the time St. Paul wrote this letter to Philippians, he was in prison. Not only that, his helper Epaphroditus was seriously sick. And despite all of that, he was still telling Philippians to rejoice. In the gospel reading of today, we are called by John to change our way of life and be productive wherever we are planted. The question is, do you belong to the crowd? If you belong to the crowd, he's telling you today to share the little you have with your brother, with your sister. We all have something to give. And so in this season of Advent, as we wait for the Lord, share. Try to be charitable to your brother, to your sister. Do you belong to the group of tax collectors? If you belong to the group of tax collectors, you are called to be sincere to yourself. If you hold a public purse, you are to be sincere and faithful. Do not take what belongs to all of us. You are advised today not to take bribe. Be content with what you have. Do you belong to the group of soldiers? You are called to be just. Do not use your position to demean, to humiliate, to terrorize, to molest your workers, those working under you, because you are the boss. So you use your position to terrorize, to demean, to dehumanize those working under you. Use your position to serve and to mentor those who are looking up to you, those who are working under you, to mentor your followers. Dear friend, we are called today to rejoice. Why? 1, because the birthday of our Lord Jesus Christ is near. We are at the second phase of the season of Advent. Rejoice and prepare. 2, remember always that the Lord is always in our midst. If you're going through the struggle, remember He is there. He is Emmanuel. He is with us. So don't be afraid. You'll be hearing that throughout this second phase. Have that belief and faith as we journey to welcome the Lord into our hearts. Remember always that with God, everything is possible. Mend your ways and rejoice for His coming. God bless you.